Hello everyone, welcome to CGTN, China Global Television Network. I'm reporter Jinghao. I'm here in Jinggu County in southwest China's Yunnan province. Behind me, a helicopter is going to set off from here. Actually, we know that today is the last day of 2018. So people from all over the world are celebrating in various ways to welcome the brand new year. And here in Jinggu, there is also a special ceremony which will be presented from the sky. Now the helicopter just starts off. Okay, I will tell you what it's about very soon. Okay, the helicopter is taking 5 people away. The helicopter will bring these 5 people to now to altitude about more than 1,000 meters. What it is about, I will tell you later. And I just mentioned that today is the last day of 2018. So first, I want to send my greetings to you all. Happy New Year. And today also marks CGTN's second birthday. So I also want to say happy birthday to CGTN. I believe that we will bring you more great shows in a brand new year. And actually, an international wingsuit flying competition is just on the way here in Jinggu in southwest China's Yunnan province. And tonight, 5 of the top players will showcase a very wonderful night wingsuit jump here. Over the past few days, these contestants from 9 countries have just showcased their stunning skills and their great courage. So tonight we are looking forward to a great show presented by these excellent wingsuit flyers. And today I'm honored to be joined by Joseph Wang. He's one of the participants of this event. Hi Joseph.
Hi,
welcome
nice
to our show. So would you please say hello to our viewers?
Hi everyone, Happy New Year.
Yeah, Joseph has a lot of experience in parachuting and wingsuit flying, right? Mm-hmm. So we know that some of us may not be that familiar with wingsuit flying. So first, would you please tell us something about this cool sport?
Yeah, it's
what the wingsuit flying is about?
Well, it's about feeling good. It's about making that dream of flying just a little bit more closer to reality. But there's a lot more to it than just putting a suit on and flying. It takes a lot of experience, a lot of training. But I think in the end, it's worth it.
As I just mentioned, that 5 of the contestants this time they will bring us a great show. They will jump from an altitude about maybe 1,000 or 1,500 meters.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. You know, it's the more altitude and the more fun it can be. And yeah, hopefully they can get to 1.5.
Yes. Now we are heading to the landing area, not very far from us. Actually, we know that wingsuit flying is cool, but it is also kind of dangerous, right? So, how is it the night wingsuit flying different from that one in the daytime?
Oh, it's just there's a lot more things that you need to know, a lot more factors to be aware of. There's always an element of danger when it comes to skydiving or wingsuiting. But at night, especially because of the low visibility, that's one of the reasons why the landing area is really lit up, so people can see clearly where to land. And also one of the reasons why the pilots are wearing lights, so they can see each other in the sky. And one of the things with nighttime is it's when it's darker and there's less light, it's harder to gauge distance, and that's really important. So it takes a lot of skill and a lot of experience.
So do you think it's more challenging today because we know it is a little bit raining today?
You know, if it's a bit wet, it doesn't make much of a difference. As long as there's visibility, that's key, that's critical. And it's, you know, it's looking pretty good.
Yeah. Dear friends, we are now doing a live stream about a wingsuit flying from the city of Jinggu in southwest China's Yunnan province. If you have any questions about this show tonight or the cool sport, you can leave messages to us. And the flyers are expected to jump about 20 minutes later, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we know that the wingsuit is very important for this sport. So could you tell us something about the suit, the wingsuit? Actually, what is made of? I mean, the materials.
Well, the material is designed to last a long time. It's you know, everything. It takes a lot of work and a lot of love to making a wingsuit. And it takes a long time, and it goes through a lot of quality checks. So every suit that you get, you know, it's good and it will save your life.
So each suit is tailored.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There are between people with similar builds, like height and, you know, body, like arm length torso ratio, then people can share and buy used suits. But yeah, if you want, and you can buy one that's tailor made to you.
So how much does one usually cost?
Ooh, that, you know, it really differs. But I would at the moment anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 US, and sometimes a little bit more.
Okay. So you know, this event this year, it started like 2-3 days ago, and I know that your team did a really very good job over the past few days, and your team now ranks the first, right? Ranks first.
Yeah.
So are you satisfied with this result?
Oh yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's, you know, that's definitely a good result. But I think at the end of the day, just being here and celebrating New Year's with everyone and being together with, you know, with all the competitors, you know, we see each other outside of competitions as well. So it's really nice to just get together and have a good time with each other.
We know that tomorrow will be the final, right?
Yes.
So what's your expectation for the final?
Hopefully more the same from us, and yeah, it's gonna be a good show. You know, it's gonna be great. And you know, we'll get through the day, and everyone's gonna have a happy New Year.
Yeah. We know that the event this year attracts like some 30 players, 30 participants from 9 countries, right? And each team consists of 3 members.
Yes.
So how do you cooperate with each other? You play different roles, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like any jump, whether it's wingsuit or skydive. Everything is planned beforehand. So there's everything from how to board the airplane or the helicopter in this case. Just the exit order, like which slot everyone is going to be in, and the jump itself, and the opening and the landing. Everything is planned through.
And one of the members will work as the cameraman, right?
Yes.
In the sky.
Yes.
And you just play this role.
Yes.
So now we're getting closer to the landing area, and about 15 minutes later, the flyers are expected to jump from the sky. So what can we expect for that show? What are the highlights?
You know, you'll see the chopper, and when they get out, should be able to see them, and then because they'll be wearing lights, they'll be flying in a tight group, and then shortly afterwards they'll pop the pyro, and it's going to be just like a streak across the sky, like a meteor or a bunch of meteors.
Yeah. I know there are some special designs on their suit, right?
Yes. Well, the special designs. You mean like the custom logos and?
Yes, and the suits are like printed with like Happy New Year, right?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's what we want everyone to have.
Yeah, and because this is also a special way of celebrating the important day to greet the brand new year, right? So we can see here that there are a lot of local people gathering here. They are waiting here to witness the exciting moment. Okay, now let's going inside. Let's go inside the square. Okay, now this is just the landing area, right?
Yeah. It's pretty well lit up, and you know, we've all landed here many times, so I think it should be good.
So some web users are interested in like some people ask, how can one become like a professional wingsuit flyer? I think it's not that easy, right? One have to receive a lot of professional training before he or she can become a flyer.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely. To fly a wingsuit, and you know, when I first saw the wingsuit videos myself on the internet many years ago, that's what I wanted to do. But it's a lot of steps. You know, first you need to learn to skydive, and you need about at least 200 skydives before you can put a wingsuit on. It's for safety reasons. You don't want to rush these things. And after you start flying the wingsuits, you know, you start with a smaller suit that are more easily manageable, and then you can work your way up to bigger, more high performance suits. And after you get, let's say, you know, at least hundreds of wingsuits, then you can take a base course and go from there. I think that there is really there's no replacement for a one-on-one coaching. It's one of these things that it's better to just find a coach, find a mentor, and he can guide you through something like that. And that's what I did here. Many of the competitors here are used to be, and I say used to be, but they still are my coaches, and I always listen to them. Especially Espen here, he's just incredible. You know, he's been in the sport for like well over a decade, and yeah, it was great to see him when I first saw him on the internet many years ago. That was the first time I saw it. I saw him fly, and it was incredible. And to be able to be here now and fly with him, it's really incredible.
I know that your outfit, besides the cool wingsuit, the outfit also includes like a parachute, right?
Yes, of course.
So the parachute is also a very important part of the outfit. So, like, when do you deploy the parachute? Like, at what altitude?
If we're talking skydives, then we're gonna deploy a bit higher. Usually around 3,000, maybe 3,500 feet to be safe. But for base jumping, it really depends. Slightly higher is a bit better, just for safety reasons, to sort out anything like line twists and stuff like that. But for base jumping, it really varies.
So actually the wingsuit flying can be divided into two different types, right? One is like skydiving,
yes,
flying, and another one is called like base jumping, right?
Yes. Yes.
What are the difference?
The difference is to learn. Skydiving is the first step. It's something that you need to do first before you can even think about trying to base jump. Because up in the sky at 3,000, 4,000 meters, if you tumble, if you lose your stability, then you have plenty of time to recover. Whereas in a base jump, there's a lot less margin for error, and it's a lot more dangerous. So skydiving is where you hone your skills, and base jumping is where you take it to the next level. Yeah.
Mentioning the base jump, I know that base actually it is the initials forwards, right? What does base stand for actually?
Base, it stands for,
right?
It's BA. Yeah. It's building. Oh, you actually put me on the spot here. I know this, but it's building.
Antenna.
Building, antenna, span, and earth. Yeah.
So they are like just the popular like jumping off objects.
Yes. But for wingsuiting, it's usually well, most of the time it's just off a cliff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's now like 15:10 GMT. We are expecting them like less than 10 minutes. So we know that this event is it's the second time that this competition is held in this county in Jinggu. So is this your first time to this place?
No, I was here. The first time I was here was last year, about the same time. Yeah.
How do you like your stay here, actually?
I love it. I love the people. I love the place. I like the food. Yeah, it's all good.
Do you think this is a great place for this sport, for the wingsuit flying?
Oh yeah, I mean absolutely. It's for one, it's the people here and they're awesome, and they seem to be very receptive to the sport, and that's really important to be in a place where people enjoy it and want to see it and are interested in and permit it to happen.
We know that the competition was held in another place of Yunnan province. It's called Zhaotong, right? Zhaotong, yeah, in the city of Zhaotong. Dabaoshan is the city of Zhaotong. And the competitors jumped from a cliff, right?
Yes.
So that's different. This time you jump from a helicopter.
Yeah, no, it's different. Yeah. It's more well. It's a lot safer to do it from a helicopter or an airplane for sure, but yeah. But Zhaotong Dabaoshan, I was there as well, and the place is amazing. Yeah.
So how about we getting closer to the target? Maybe you can tell us something about the rules of this competition. We know we can see that the target is like made of different rings, right?
Yes.
So what does it mean?
This is for accuracy. So it's like at a dartboard. So you just want to land as close to the bullseye as you can. And yeah, and that's it.
So if you get the closer you are to the bullseye, the center, the higher scores you will get.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay. You can hear the sound of the helicopter, so that we can see like how high. So are they also competitors?
Oh yeah, yeah. They're some of the best in the world.
Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
So
yeah.
You're also participating the event this year, right?
Yes.
So how's your stay here?
How was the stay? Oh, marvelous! Yeah, it's a second year for us. And
Where are you from?
From France.
Now we can see the helicopter.
I want to fly now. Yeah.
Okay, so today is the New Year's Eve, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
What's your New Year resolution?
Fly more. Fly more.
Fly more?
Fly more.
Fly more.
Yeah, fly make us happy.
So, where are you from, please?
From France.
From France.
Yes.
Tomorrow will be the final, right?
Yes.
What's your expectation?
We won.
Yeah.
I think we won.
Yeah.
I hope so. So would you please send your New Year wishes to our viewers? We are doing a live stream here.
Nice. So thank you, Jinggu. Vive la France. Et
Thank you, everybody. All the
Nous aime.
city, all China.
yeah.
Thank you.
Happy New Year. Thank you
Happy
so
New
much.
Year.
Thank you.
Iham Pyolian.
Thank you so much. Okay, we can see the helicopter hovering above us.
G'day, Chinese people.
So this time we have 3 helicopters, right?
I'm not sure about that. Maybe 2, or maybe I'm mistaken. I'm not too sure about that.
So actually, could you tell us
Happy New
like
Year.
what
Happy New
what
Year.
is the let's
Get into it.
what is actually the I mean the maximum speed when you like when you are gliding down to your target?
Well, it really depends on what you want to do, and it depends on different suits and different body types. So that's hard to say.
So actually, you can control your speed and your direction in the sky, right?
Yes, yes.
How?
Mostly just by shifting your, keeping your torso straight and just shifting your center of gravity. It's really hard to describe, but yeah, it's kind of come natural, you know. It's with experience, it just comes naturally. You look at where you want to go, and yeah, it's hard to say. It's like, you know, how do you walk? Do you move one leg forward? And how far? You know what I mean? It's more of a feeling thing. Yeah.
Okay, feeling thing. Okay, actually, I know it's very challenging, and we know that actually modern wingsuit flying still just has a very short history. It has only like a history of less than 20 years, maybe.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, about that.
So it used to be actually very dangerous, right? And
yes.
now it is a lot safer due to the improvement of both your equipment and the related techniques, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a lot safer now than it used to be. Just like you said, due to the improvements in the equipment, and also the knowledge, you know, and experience from guys like Espen, who's been in the sport, and he's who for about that time almost, and yeah, I would say it's due to a lot of the experience and knowledge learned by those guys that they do a fantastic job of passing on to the next generation of wingsuit flyers.
Mm-hmm. So how do you really protect yourself during your flying?
What do you mean protect myself? To keep things safe.
Guarantee your safety.
I think the most important thing is because we're all students, no matter what our experience level is, and it's just to always try to learn and you know, if someone with more experience tries to give you advice, and it's a pretty good idea to follow that advice, and yeah, just stay within your comfort zone.
Okay, dear friends, we are now doing a live stream about a night wingsuit formation flying from Jinggu in southwest China's Yunnan province. 5 of the world's top wingsuit flyers will bring us a very wonderful formation flying. They will jump from like a net to about 1,000 meters, and in this way they will celebrate the upcoming New Year in this special way. And if you have any questions about this sport or about this show tonight, please leave us messages on our social media platforms. So we can see the helicopter is hovering above us. So actually, what are they doing above there right now?
The fact that they're still hovering, it likely means that they're just doing a couple of go-arounds and trying to see, figure out how much visibility they have, and if it's safe to jump, and yeah. So they're just checking out the situation.
So do people need like certain qualifications to like jump in the night, to do the flying in the night?
Well, you need a lot. You need a lot of experience level for sure. Yeah, you gotta be experienced, and you gotta be okay with flying and have experience in that before, and be okay flying with people that you've flown with before and you trust.
So some web users are interested, like what are the key factors of being a good wingsuit flyer?
Just as someone once told me, just always be learning, and just think about every jump before and afterwards, and what went well, and if something didn't go well, then why, and hopefully that thing can go well in the future.
So I think you must have participated in a lot of competitions around the world, maybe.
To be honest, not. I've been to a few skills camps, but this year, last year was my first competition.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And yeah, it's a great feeling to be flying with people I've learned from in the past and had fun with and who coached me, and it's really good to be together with those guys.
Well, we know that you cooperated very well with your team members this time. Two excellent Chinese flyers, Mr. Yang Shen and Mr. Shen Guangqiang, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So, how do you think? I just mentioned that wingsuit flying is one of the most is considered to be one of the most exciting yet dangerous extreme sports in the world. But it is like becoming more and more popular around the world these years, including in China. So, how do you see its future development?
Well, seeing how much it's developed so far, it really is incredible. And yeah, with more and more people getting into skydiving and into wingsuiting, I see, this is just the beginning for wingsuiting. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So maybe we can play a video about the wingsuit flying from the competition this time of the past few days to show you what the sport is about. Yeah. Okay, I think the flyers are going to jump very soon. Now we can see that the helicopter is still hovering above us. You can see a lot of local people are waiting here to witness the exciting moment. Now let's go, how about we go over there to ask some of the locals about their feelings about this event and their expectation for the stunning show, maybe. 你好，你可以聊两句吗？您是当地朋友是吧？
对。
这两天看了这个比赛吗？这个翼装这个比赛看了吗？这两天？
这两天。看了。
怎么样？对这个比赛感觉怎么样？
非常的棒，然后心里边很激动。
为什么呀？觉得很刺激，是不是？
对。
Okay, hey, this gentleman is just from Jinggu, right? And he said he just watched the exciting competition of the past few days, and he feel very excited about this. He said the competition is very wonderful. 那么你待会儿对这个他们今晚这个表演期不期待？
很期待，
是吧？之前也有一些了解。
有的。
Okay. He's very looking forward to the great show. Okay.
欢迎到金谷来。采
采访一下几个美女。
请问你们是什么族的？我看你们穿着这个。
我们是彝族。
彝族。
嗯。
Okay, they are from the Yi ethnic group. Actually, this county, Jinggu County, is well known for its ethnic diversity. There are like more than 2 ethnic minorities living here, mainly the Yi ethnic minority and the Dai ethnic minority. 这两天看了这个比赛没？这个
看了。
啊，怎么样觉得？
很好。
很好。
哎。
好在哪？
就是特别是杨硕为我们中国加油，我得了第1名，我们很激动，他最棒耶
！This lady said, "Hey, she's very excited because the player from China, Mr. Yang Shen, performed very well, did a very good job, and Team China now ranks first over the past 3 days during the first 3 rounds, so they feel very excited." 那么待会儿这个他们就要有这个表演跳下来，现在期待吗？心情怎么样？
很激动，
非常期待。
希望他们取得很好的成绩。
对今晚的表演也非常期待吧？
对，
They're also excited about the upcoming show. 谢谢啊，祝你们新年快乐。I can feel their happiness and their excitement. So we know that today is the last day of 2018.
Yeah.
So, what's your New Year resolution?
Yeah, like definitely fly more.
Fly more.
Yeah. That's about it, actually. Yeah, just fly more, visit more places, some places that I haven't been to before, for flying, and stay safe.
So, do you expect to come back next year?
I would love to, and I hope they want me back. Yeah.
So we know that due to the weather, right, the rainy weather, and maybe the fog is heavy right now, so they are still waiting for a good timing to jump, right?
Yeah. I believe so. I think the reason that they haven't jumped yet is they're still, looking at the fog and keeping their fingers crossed.
They have to wait.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay, dear friends, because that we will have another celebration event in Beijing. We will go live to that event. My colleague Zheng Yibing will bring you some great celebration events there from the Olympic Park in Beijing. Ago about this wingsuit flying. Okay, dear friends, because as just mentioned, because of the foggy weather today, so the flyers are still waiting for a good time to jump from the sky. So we still need to wait for some more time. So now we will show you how the wingsuit flying is like through a short video that we prepared ahead of this. Now I'm here in Jinggu in southwest China's Yunnan province. Where I'm standing is just the landing area for this competition. Now we can see that local people are singing New Year songs here. They are waiting to witness the exciting moment. And I have just talked about something about the wingsuit flying. And my special guest, Joseph Wang, also tell us a lot of knowledge about this sport. As we just mentioned, the sport is now getting increasingly popular around the world, including in China. And actually, wingsuit flying is the sport of flying through the air using a wingsuit, which adds surface area to human body to enable a significant increase in lift. And tomorrow, the final of this competition will be held here. And we will also do a live stream on the final, so you can also learn about this exciting sport from our show. Haha. Okay. You can see that local people are very happy, they're excited. They're singing to welcome the new year. Okay. Okay. Okay, dear friends, and as I just mentioned, CGTN will show you different celebration activities from different cities. And next, my colleague Zheng Yibing will take you to the National Stadium, to the Olympic Park in Beijing, to enjoy the countdown event there. And tomorrow we will bring you the live stream of the final of this competition. Here we can feel the happiness and excitement of local people in Jinggu County in southwest China's Yunnan province. As I just mentioned, that today is the New Year's Eve, so people from all over the world are celebrating in various ways to welcome the new year. Here in Jinggu, in southwest China's Yunnan province, some 30 top wingsuit flyers from 9 countries are competing here, and they are also celebrating. They're also celebrating the New Year's Eve in this special way.
一专编队飞行，就不表演了，谢谢你们，谢谢你们我们的央视的这些记者们的配合，谢谢。
好。
好，那个参加闭幕式的这些大姐们，大家注意一下啊！明天上午9点钟在孔雀广场进行彩排，9点在孔雀广场进行彩排。
Now, here in Jinggu County, local people are going to dance to celebrate the new year. We know that Jinggu County is known for its ethnic diversity. A total of 26 ethnic groups live here, and mainly in the Yi and the Dai ethnic groups. So now they are going to bring some local bring us some performances of local flavor with local flavor. They will celebrate the New Year's Eve with singing and dancing. Okay. Okay, dear friends, just now we bring you some knowledge about the wingsuit flying, and tomorrow we will bring you the live stream of the final of the exciting competitions. Stay tuned with CGTN. And again, Happy New Year to you all, and wish you a good luck in the brand new year. That's pretty much for today's live stream from Yunnan province. And now my colleague Zheng Yibing will bring you to
welcome to the live stream of CGTN. Tonight we gather in the Beijing's National Stadium, National Park. Actually, very special event is going to be exactly the stage. The grand ice stage is being shown to the audiences from over 5,000 people from China. And also other parts of the country. And you can take a look at the people at the scene. There's so many people that gathered here. They're waiting for the exciting moment of the welcome the new year together for the upcoming 2019. And very special thing about tonight's event is, this year's event is for the first time ever introduces the participation about the 2022 Winter Olympics, which will be held in Beijing and neighboring Jinghao City in Hebei province. So a lot of very interesting things will be staged tonight, and later on we will have a take of that. And in about 15 minutes, the countdown will begin. All together, 5,000 people will gather here to count down from 10 to 1 and celebrate the new year. And right now, just take a look at the two anchor person on the ice stage. Here introduces the whole schedule for tonight's event. Beijing. Well, 5 mayors from the world, different countries, they're grading tonight's event. The annual Beijing New Year countdown has been held for at least 10 years, but this year it is unique because it is for the first time related with the 2022 Winter Olympic Games. So the countdown event tonight also touches upon the Ice and Snow Festival, which is held in Beijing from tonight and to the end of the upcoming Spring Festival. Ladies and gentlemen, right now behind me there is this ice stage, grand ice stage. People are participating in the annual New Year countdown for the 2019, and also we can see over 5,000 people from across the city and even from other countries. They're right now standing here in front of the grand ice stage for the upcoming New Year. On the screen, you can see a lot of the traditional local cultures and tangible cultural heritages. And to midnight, there will be 15-minute show, ice show, and skating show, figure skating. A lot of people including the artists. They will give performance here. So let's get back, ladies and gentlemen. We're right now doing a live streaming in the center of Beijing, north center of Beijing. Actually, we're doing a live streaming for the New Year's countdown in China's National Stadium. And right now, we're standing at the platform between China's National Stadium, the nest, bird nest, and also the water cube. There is a huge, giant ice stage. 5,000 people gathered here, and local artists, and singers, and dancers, and winter game athletes. They're doing the best performance just ahead of the New Year countdown. Let's take a look.
Dear friends, now it's time for the wonderful ice and snow performance. 朋友们，接下来就让我们欢迎精彩热烈的冰雪表演。
Now the anchor person just said the skating performance on the ice has just begun. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the CGTN's live streaming. We're broadcasting from the northern part of this city. It's the National Olympic Center. It's the location where the 2008 Summer Games was held. And right now, this year, for the first time ever, the New Year countdown event introduces the winter ice and snow sports and performance, that sort of the programs into this event. And with over 5,000 people gathered here right now for the New Year countdown in just about over 10 minutes. Every year, actually, the New Year countdown event is held in a different location of Beijing. So last year, the event was held in the southern gate of the Beijing city. Well, that event is in memory of Beijing's past and protection of local culture and intangible cultural heritage. But this year, the things is different. People are more getting involved in the winter games, and they're looking forward to the 2022 Winter Olympic Games, which will be held in Beijing and neighboring Zhangjiakou city. And for the new year, China says it will get millions of more people to get approaches to winter sports. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a so exciting moment. Right now, we're at the China's National Stadium, the Olympic Park, and between the China's National Stadium, the bird nest, and also the water cube. And right now, here on the very front of the stage, there are 5,000 people gathering here participating in New Year's countdown. For the first time ever, people come here to this New Year's countdown event to experience the winter sports, winter games, and winter intangible heritage culture and cultural things. So right now, we'll continue our broadcasting. Please follow us on social media like Weibo and social media like Facebook, Twitter, and we'll continue to broadcast on China's Beijing's very special event, New Year's countdown. Thank you so much. Please continue.
新的夜晚灯火明亮，人来人往喜洋洋。北京的夜晚灯火明亮，人来人往喜洋洋。
跟皇城根下那一弯儿，哎，红墙碧瓦配蓝蓝的天儿。看那高楼冒着尖儿，什刹海边提个价儿，随时欢迎您来北京玩儿。40年弹指一挥间，发展的飞快，每一天都在变得更好，无论 day night。古老的紫禁城谱写着活力的对白，传承了传统向未来，新时代 say hi。08年北京奥运太美妙，我们期待着冬奥，第一座双奥之城掀起全民健身的风暴。从体育大国的体育强国，不只为一个称号，追求更高的目标，这是崛起征兆。
北京的夜晚灯火明亮，人来人往喜洋洋。
穿的云雾，更高的目标。 来吧，朋友，我们比比高低。少年强，青年强和国强，从娃娃抓起。39天，冰天雪地，火炬在传递。别着急，不要追马力。看看广场里跳舞的叔叔阿姨，奶奶公园练太极，爷爷胡同下棋，脸上洋溢着笑意，街坊说不完的话题。太阳升起，阳光洒向大地。这歌声响亮，梦想不只是想象。挺起胸膛，做个榜样，尊敬的目光是奖状。来吧，新时代的年轻人，我们脚踏实地，仰望着星辰，有脸有面，带着北京的精神，向朝阳奔跑，在这时代的清晨。蓝天白云下，我们在奔跑。红墙碧瓦上，梦想多闪耀。红墙碧瓦上，梦想多闪耀。
北
是好奇，是燃情的心在奔放，带着想拼搏的承诺，我们相聚赛场。冬天不冷，是活力的星火正旺，飞飞飞吧，让冰雪照亮梦想。有飞雪梨花般盛放，听青春的喝彩在北京的晴空回荡，照亮梦想，有汗水暖阳般闪亮，看冰雪中留痕，是2022的渴望。是超越，是卓越的梦在翱翔，带着向光荣的致敬，我们笑傲赛场，是眼有神，是正声的心跳铿锵，飞飞飞吧，让冰雪照亮梦想。有飞雪梨花般盛放，听青春的喝彩在北京的晴空回荡，照亮梦想，有汗水暖阳般闪亮，看冰雪中留痕，是2022的渴望。梦想有飞雪梨花般盛放，听青春的喝彩在北京的晴空回荡，照亮梦想，有汗水暖阳般闪亮，看冰雪中留痕，是2022的渴望。
Well, yes, Zhongshi. Well, this is the biggest New Year countdown in the Chinese capital tonight. The temperature in Beijing drops under -10 degrees Celsius, but still, over 5,000 people from China and abroad gather here in the city's most famous sports center, China's National Olympic Park, looking forward to the exciting moment of welcoming the new year together. In just a minute, the grand stage has been set up behind me and light show is on. The Gathering on Ice is definitely a highlight for tonight. The winter athletes and performers in disguises such as pandas and polar bears are making the best show to audiences right now. The mayors from 5 world cities are sending greetings to the city of Beijing. Well, that's a truly wonderful event with so many people laughing and clapping hands together. One particular thing about tonight's event is it's synced with the 2022 Winter Olympics, which will be held in 3 years in Beijing and neighboring Zhangjiakou City. For this, Beijing's annual New Year countdown for the first time ever introduces celebrations through watching shows on ice and winter sports performances. It expresses people's anticipation and best wishes for the 2022 Winter Games. And for the new year, China says it will continuously help achieve the goal of millions of people getting approaches to ice and snow sports and making all efforts from preparing for the Winter Olympic Games. Tonight's event also becomes the opening ceremony for the Beijing's Ice and Snow Tourism Fest, which will last from tonight and to the end of the upcoming Spring Festival. Well, this year, the 2018 is important for all Chinese, for it marks the 40th anniversary of China's reform and opening up. And the year 2019 will also be important for it marks the 70th anniversary of the founding People's Republic of China. And the country will see further reform and opening up in the years to come. Now, the grand ice stage behind me has become so fantastic with lights shown on in the National Olympic Park. The clocks are ticking at a time for the New Year is coming. So let's wait it together for that exciting moment of entering the new year. 钟时
Yibing, we're now less than 2 minutes away from the new year. Thank you so much for your report. Do stay warm there. And in China, we are just minutes away from the year 2019. But before bringing it in together, we will bring you to some cities around China. You're looking at live pictures here in Beijing, where celebrations are underway to usher in the new year. This is what is going on at China's Olympic Park in northern Beijing. Families and friends have braved the freezing cold to ring in the new year. Beijing, of course, hosted the 2008 Summer Olympic Games. You can see a heavy sports theme over there. Some athletes attending the celebrations. Notable venues included China's National Stadium, more commonly known as the Bird's Nest, and the National Aquatic Center, nicknamed the Water Cube. Beijing will also host the next Winter Olympics in 2022. There are also art performances going on, as you can probably see on our screen there right now. Beijing, as the Chinese capital, celebrates the new year in different ways and places. Since 2011, it has chosen one landmark in particular for the countdown ceremony. Previous venues have included the Great Wall and the Summer Palace. The city also maintains the tradition of ringing a giant bell at the Jietai Buddhist temple in a western suburb. And there, people join the monks to pray for blessings by reciting sutras. And in the coming days, fans of classical music can enjoy performances at the National Center for the Performing Arts in central Beijing. And the final countdown starts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's officially 2019 for those that are watching in China and in the world. Happy New Year. We're happy to witness this moment with you here on CGTN. You're looking at live pictures coming in from 4 Chinese cities simultaneously: Beijing, Xi'an, Shanghai, and Harbin. We'll go into each of these cities to bring you the celebrations there. This is the city of Xi'an in northwestern China. A marvelous light show across the city is happening there, as you can see. Xi'an is steeped in history as well. 2,240 years ago, the city became the capital of China, and it holds much of the country's precious heritage. The most famous is the Terracotta Army, which a lot of tourists from both home and abroad come to Xi'an for. Xi'an was also where the ancient trade route of Silk Road began. A fabulous light show there in Xi'an taking place. If you're just joining us here on CGTN Live, pictures coming out of the city of Harbin in northeast China. This is what the city looks like right now. Freezing cold limits people's outdoor activities, but also provides them with splendid views of winter times. Thousands have flocked here to experience the ice and the snow, which the city is famous for, especially during winter times. The city is also well known for the annual International Ice and Snow Sculpture Festival, which will kick off next week. Artists from around the world will then present their works to visitors with just ice and snow, which have helped shape a new identity for the city of Harbin. The city is so located near the China-Russia border. Moving on now to Shanghai, celebrations there going on as well. You are watching live pictures from this gorgeous city, which is about 1,200 kilometers south to Beijing. And these late-night revelers are out enjoying this raucous live concert, which has a lineup of very popular performers. Shanghai has a population of about 24 million, and it's always a very popular tourist destination, no matter what time of the year, but probably even more so during New Year times. Security has been tightened during the New Year holiday. About 4,000 members of the city's police force have been deployed at major tourist attractions and other venues where people have gathered to celebrate. You cannot be too careful and cautious, especially during times like this. And several other events will be going on to mark the New Year. Among them, Shanghai Disneyland is scheduled to have a fireworks display. And staying in Shanghai, our reporter Yang Chengxi is standing by to give us more details. Chengxi, Happy New Year to you. Tell us where you are now exactly and how are people there welcoming in the new year.
Happy New Year to you, Zhongshi, and Happy New Year to everybody. Now, welcome to Shanghai's iconic annual New Year countdown event. This is the high point of the event. Right now, we are at the Xintiandi Park in downtown. It is a particularly cold evening, but that does not seem to bother the passionate people here tonight. As you can see, that for the past 3 hours, about 5,000 people have been celebrating the coming of 2019 at a sound and light extravaganza. 3 of China's popular singers took the stage, and you can literally see and feel the passion of their fans downstage. The singers, instead of singing their newly released songs, they sang several of China's classic old tunes that most people know how to sing. After all, this evening is all about people being together in celebration, so a bit of nostalgia surely helps with the mood. Now, the event culminated to a 60-second countdown to midnight, which was the final highlight of the evening. Zhongshi.
Chengxi, we can see, we can hear, and we can feel the passion coming from the crowds surrounding you. And Shanghai, of course, as you know, is branded as where East meets West. A lot of traditions, a lot of modernity. So for people who wish to celebrate a new year in Shanghai, what are some of the activities they simply can't miss there?
Well, Zhongshi, now citizens will have a day of public holiday on New Year's Day tomorrow, so some might choose to just relax at home. But if you're visiting the city, do go check out some of its famous attractions. Many of the city's iconic landscapes have been renovated since Shanghai prepared for the first China International Import Expo back in November. Now, for example, I can recommend visiting the famous Western-style buildings by the west bund of the Huangpu River, where they all light up very beautifully at night. And across the river is the iconic modern skyline of Shanghai called Lujiazui. Here you can literally see and feel the juxtaposition of old and new. Now, apart from that, I can also recommend taking a casual walk around downtown Shanghai's concession area, where you can find the most fashionable street corner coffee shops and gourmet foods in the city. I can go on and on, but you really need to be here to experience the full extent of it. And whatever you choose, you won't regret it. Zhongshi.
And I wish I were there as well. Chengxi, it's safe to bet that you've talked to some people celebrating there. What are some of their wishes for 2019?
Well, I have been interviewing people here about how their 2018 have been and what their New Year resolutions are. Now, here are 2 examples. There is Mr. Wang Xinyi, who works in communications technology. He has been based in Africa for the better part of 2018 because there is substantial need of communications infrastructure on the continent. Now, Africa is an important area in China's Belt and Road initiatives. Now, what he expects in 2019 is to actually find a girlfriend. I guess work-life balance is difficult for an expat. I also interviewed Ms. He Shan, who works in public relations. She got a promotion last year, a good thing for her, but that came at a cost. She hoped she could lose some weight in 2019 since she has been too busy focusing on her career. Now, many people in Shanghai have been working very hard for the past year, and they all deserve a very joyous New Year's Eve celebration.
Chengxi, before I let you go, you've worked very hard during the past year. What were some of the most memorable moments in 2018 for you and your expectations for 2019?
Well, next year now marks the 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China, and Shanghai will hold the second China International Import Expo. We, as reporters, will be busy as always, as you can assume. I have witnessed many of the city's development firsthand in 2018, from the high-tech, state-of-the-art Yangshan Deepwater Port Phase 4, where automation replaces human labor, to the opening of the financial sector in the city. For example, the launch of China's first own crude oil future. Now, thanks to Shanghai's role as an increasingly important regional headquarters of foreign multinational corporations, I got the chance to interview business tycoons like the founder of Starbucks, Howard Schultz, who came to Shanghai in 2018 as part of his farewell to the company he founded. More importantly, I had the chance to talk to the people living and striving here in Shanghai, from a delivery man who works 7 days a week to an independent artist pursuing her musical dream in the city. 2018 has been an eye-opening experience for me, and I expect 2019 to be the same. I hope everyone watching will have a meaningful 2019 as well.
Work, work, work is all you can think about, even at a time of celebrations. I admire you for that. Thank you so much for your report, and Happy New Year. And as 2018 comes to an end, we went out to the streets of Beijing and asked people what they wish for in the new year. Take a look.
If I could get admitted to my favorite graduate school, I would try my best to commit to my academic achievements and then find an internship.
I will investigate a new project, and I hope that I can pay back the money I owe before so my family can have more.
I hope my family and I can get into the habit of sleeping early and waking up early, having good health, and not needing to work so much compared to 2018.
2 small wishes. One is to gain £5, and secondly is to gain these £5 in the right place.
I hope our tax burden can be reduced a little bit so that I can live my life easier. I hope there will be a breakthrough in the new year on tax-related policies.
No more heavy workloads, please. I usually work till 10 o'clock in the evening and even work till early in the morning, which is exhausting.
I want to have a career, although I don't work now. I want to have a small store at home so that I could work and take care of my children at the same time.
I hope the trade war between China and the United States will come to an early and perfect end, so that the people of both countries will benefit from it.
And now it's time for China 24's special series, Chinese Terminology. We try to give you a sense of what China's reform and opening up process is all about through popular local phrases. Today, our Jonathan Betts looks at the term 正能量, or positive